Hi everyone, this is Tony Swain, Director of Training Education for PowerPlay. The topic this time we're going to talk about is plantar fasciitis. You know, it's this time of year, people are getting back out of the winter's thawing and people are grabbing their shoes and going outside preparing for a run, marathon, or whatever kind of conditioning program. So a lot of times they might start feeling pain in the heel. So what is it? Plantar fasciitis is basically an inflammation of the plantar fascia, which is basically from your heel into the middle section of your toes. So really an inflammation just causes pain, which will really kind of contribute to a number of other issues that really kind of discourages people from working out. It's painful. And what causes it? Well, a lot of times it might be a new form of exercise, could be your shoes, could be the surface that you're training on, could be gaining a little extra weight, could be tight muscles in the calf and soleus. So there's a number of things that could cause plantar fasciitis. So our thing today is to cover what we can do as a preventative for it, and also if you do have the symptoms, what can you do to treat it. So it's basically the same program, it's just a matter of when you do it. We'll cover that towards the end. So the first thing we're going to do is an ankle dorsiflexion, closed chain ankle dorsiflexion. So we're going to get in this position. I'm going to set the machine for 30 hertz low. And all I'm going to do is once the machine turns on, I'm going to turn the machine on here. Turn the machine on. And basically all I'm going to do is transfer my weight forward. So the focus is going to be on that front shin area. So I stay connected with the plate. And all I want to do is kind of keep everything upright, and I slowly just want to transfer the knee over the toe to really stretch out that anterior tibialis muscle. Okay? So the key is to keep that heel in the plate. We want to get that vibration into that fascia, and we want to just really start stretching it slowly. Okay? So when that time runs out, we then, of course, switch sides, hit repeat, stay upright, do the exact same thing. Okay? The next thing we're going to do is a standing calf. So it's a gastrocsoleus stretch. You can use a full roller or a half roller. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use a full roller. I'm going to place it right at the base of the platform and the constant of the neck. And I'm just going to get into a standing position. So what I'm going to do is when I'm locked out, I'm going to basically be working much more my gastrocs and both muscle groups. So I hit start. And all I'm going to do is stay over keep my weight directly over. So I'm going to do this for 30 seconds low. And the other thing is I can also drop the heel and the knees and get deeper into my soleus. So you want to do a combination of straight knee and bent knee. Okay, so we're going to do this for 30 seconds. You'll have a position, you'll find that spot that definitely you'll feel it a little bit more. So whatever that area is, whether it's the straight leg or probably more the bent knee, that soleus, then stay in that position. Make sure your heels stay on the plate so you're always engaged in the vibration through the heel, and just a nice comfortable stretch. Okay, again, this can be used as a full roller, half roller, anything to elevate your feet on the plate. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is a T-hip mobilizer. This is going to be a way really to get that groin muscle to really help stabilize the ankle. So 30 seconds, 30 hertz low. Okay, so I'm going to hit the machine. I'm going to stabilize myself. And all I'm going to do is just do a T mobilizer, okay? So just an internal, external rotation, keeping the foot flat. The movement comes from the hip, and I'm just really focusing on just from the hip all the way down to the ankle. Nice control, hold on to the handlebar, open, and then close it just beyond neutral. Okay, so we're going to continue this, and when that time runs out, we would then hit repeat and switch sides, okay? So that's a T-hip mobilizer. 30 seconds low, one set each. Okay, next. I don't have the luxury of having a 2x4, but, oh, here it is. I have a book. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the pad off the plate. I'm going to put the book on, and if you have the luxury of having a 2x4, great, or just something to elevate your heels. So what I'm going to do is basically two-part toe touch. So the first part is I'm going to put my heels on the book, and I'm just going to do a 30-second toe touch. So I'm just going to drop down, go as deep as you feel you can go, and come back up. Now when you come up, you're going to get a little travel, so I'm sure this is something you want to be familiar with, the vibration movement. And all you're going to do is just a toe touch for 30 seconds. You're just working on range of motion, increasing some mobility. You're putting that ankle and your heel into different positions to really help strengthen and stretch out that fascia. So when that 30 seconds is done, I'm then going to rotate. I'm going to face away from it for a second, and then I'm going to do the exact same thing. But now my heels are on the plate, and my toes are on the 2x4, and I'm now going to go into the exact same thing. So in this case, I'm going to bring my 2x4 further out. Toe touch. Nice, slow, repeated motion. You want to increase range. You want to feel like you're going a little deeper each time. Remember, when you come up, you're going to feel a little bit more travel, so make sure somebody's aware and familiar with vibration. This would be the first position I've ever put anybody on. And then you're just going to do this in the opposite position for 30 seconds. Okay? So right now, you've really stretched out, really kind of worked different positions, that soleus muscle and that plantar fascia. The last thing we're going to do is I'm going to grab a pad, a deck, any kind of support cushion. I'm then going to go into any kind of a trigger point. So, love trigger point. We have block, little footballer here. What we're going to do is we're going to basically set the footballer right at the start of the belly of the muscle, and we're going to work really in three directions. So I'm going to hit repeat, and I'm going to put it there. I'm going to put the top leg on top, force it down, and all I'm going to do is kind of like a 2-foot rotation, and then roll back and forth a couple times, side to side. Rotate the other, so clockwise, counterclockwise. Roll 2, 3, 4, little side to side. So I'm going to do that for a period of time. What I would recommend is actually setting the machine for maybe a minute or 2 minutes so you can actually let this machine run continuously. And then what I would do is then in-joint rotate, do the exact same thing. Counterclockwise a couple times, clockwise a couple times, roll through the medial side of the belly, little side work, and then work to the lateral side. So I'm working really just the 3 heads. Same thing, I actually rotate out, clockwise a couple times, counterclockwise a couple times, shift, and then roll through. So I would do both calf areas for a duration of time just to make sure that you're really focused on that, because really stretching out the Achilles and the calf is really going to be a huge component to this rehab process. So for preventative reasons, for preventative ways to make sure that you don't get plantar fasciitis, do this 5 to 10 minute routine just before you do your lower body workout. Okay? So if you just want to prevent the opportunity that's happening, 5 to 10 minutes before you do your lower body. If you happen to have the symptoms, you want to go ahead and do this daily. So before you do any program, this is where you want to really get some blood flow, stretch out that soleus and that calf area, really start relaxing the plantar fascia, and make sure you ice if you have severe inflammation. But hopefully this program, whether it's preventative or if you have the symptoms, will really help you out. So for next time, this is Tony CHෛY.